Morning pod, and Luke specifically, because I'm going to be answering your question, which I think is a really good one, and I'm glad you asked it because I think it's something that we all probably think about when we think about choosing a team, and if we're the one in position of choosing a team, obviously power dynamics really come into play. So your question is, how do power structures subtly or not so subtly dictate your team formation? And one thing I thought of as a way to really dismantle this power dynamic that is just inherent in the process of choosing a team is to do it alongside a key member of the community. So in my experience, as you build relationships with folks in a community, it becomes pretty clear who the leaders are in the community. And so therefore, I think co-opting that person in particular to help you assemble a team is one way to kind of relinquish the power that you have. And one thing that comes with power that I think is a positive thing is influence. And I think influence is something that is needed with the people who make up the team and the steering committee. So if the indigenous people on the team that we choose, or the indigenous people that are on the steering committee that we choose, if they don't have influence on the wider community, then their role on those teams and committee will be mitigated, and the project, I think, will be ineffective because of that. And there are two different kinds of power. There's probably more. I know there's more, but just two for the purposes of this post. The first type of power is more authoritative and controlling, and the other is more based on respect and influence. And I think the power that you're referring to in your question, and that I think is really inherent in this process, is the first kind of power, which is more authoritative and controlling, which is the type of power that we don't want. But what we do need, however, is the type of power that with it comes respect from the community and influence to the community. Hope that makes sense. So to kind of summarize my post, we need to relinquish some of the authoritative and controlling power that is inherent in choosing a team by having a key leader in the community help us assemble a team. But we also need to keep in mind that we need to choose individuals from the community who have respect from the community and are able to influence the community. Thanks.